My name is Albert. I am 29 years old and I am from Modesto, California. And I am literally missing my left pec. As a bodybuilder, it sucks actually. As a child, I was always a happy person and everything. I have a very close family and I thought I was normal. But in high school, I think it was sophomore year, I took a weight training class and I just developed a love for it. And it's kind of like a high. Like I love to be in the gym. I love lifting weights. And that's when I started noticing that my right side was growing muscle and then my left side wasn't catching up at all. My mom had taken me to the doctor just to see exactly what was going on, and the doctor told me that I had Poland syndrome, and it's a rare case of when males develop just one side of their chest. And so I've seen pictures of other guys and they actually had Peck implants, and that's actually when I really started doing my research on this. At that time, my aunt had mentioned that there was a doctor in Mexico. He had done work on another relative, breast implants, and she said he was a really great doctor, and then I was really anxious just to get it done, and it was gonna be like maybe half the cost. And once we got there, he said it'd be $3,000 and then everything would be good and whatnot. So I was just like, okay, let's do this. They started like putting some drugs in me and whatnot, and I instantly fell asleep. I woke up the next day, I believe, and I was just super sick. Like there was this random nurse lady. She didn't speak English, so she was just holding a bucket in front of me. I'm just throwing up everywhere. That moment, I pretty much was like, okay, this is the end of the road for me. I can't believe I came to Mexico to die. But luckily, as soon as I saw my mom, I just rose from the dead like a zombie. I'm like, hey, we gotta get out of here. We have to leave. This is not good. As soon as we got back, we rushed to the hospital and went and saw a doctor, and he obviously had no idea what was in there. So he said that my body was rejecting it. So he was like, okay, we definitely need to get that out as soon as we can. And he was able actually to do a really good job. I felt relieved that I made it out alive, but at the same time, I couldn't believe I had went through all that just to make it look worse and feel worse about it. I thought about it every single day. I was depressed for like 6 months, and I just didn't even want to work out anymore. I kind of gave up on everything.
So what are we gonna hit?
Let's do chest and shoulders today. Might as well. After about 10 months, I met Jessica. That's when I started working out again.
How I hated the gym 2 years ago.
2 years of hard work.
Because of you.
Jessica is my girlfriend. She competes. She's already done 2 competitions. How many you got?
15.
Come on, 5 more. It's a bittersweet thing. Like I love watching her and being part of that. But at the same time, I wish I could actually compete in a bodybuilding competition. I think this upcoming year, I want to do my first show bad. If I get my test, then I will compete. I work out every single day. I love to work out. It's been like a dream for me to step on stage and feel like a real bodybuilder.
You can't do it? You're doing it.
But I can't even enter a competition just because my insecurity is about my chest. When I first started working out, I didn't do chest. It was always awkward and unbalanced. Over the years, I've learned how to control the weight. There's just that one thing that I've wanted my whole life, and I do feel like my left pec is like the last missing piece of the puzzle. Okay, you're up. Having this surgery will definitely change my life.
Yeah! Woo!
I missed working out this morning.
But you didn't work out?
No.
You like to work out first thing in the morning.
I like working out around 5:30 to get out.
How can you get your heart rate up at 5?
Oh
Although
my
when
God.
you work out, your heart
No,
rate doesn't really go up, does it?
Okay, you're saying I'm fat though.
I didn't say you're fat, but if
Okay, wait a minute. Do you even have any muscle? Let me see.
Here.
You see? You won't even let me feel.
What is this?
That's nice. I can't show you mine because I'm covered.
What is that?
No, you do have big arms. What about your legs? You have probably small calves, don't you? Why do you have hairless? I mean, this is just weird. You gotta have hair
Well,
you gotta have hair like a man.
Yeah, but you're like Simeon.
This is normal hair.
On the evolutionary scale, you're not this. You're this dude.
You know, Terry, yes, I do have hair. I'm a man. If you're gonna be a real man, you have to have hair.
Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow, happy to introduce you to Albert and Jess.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Dr.
going?
Nassif.
Terry Dubrow, how are you?
How are you?
Good, Albert.
Good
Nice to meet
morning,
you.
I'm great. How are you?
Thanks for coming in. We want to know really what is it that you really want us to help you with.
I only have the upper part of my chest, so I was only born with the right side. I'm just hoping to get as close as symmetrical to the right side.
Okay, so you have Poland syndrome.
Right.
Poland syndrome is basically a genetic disorder where you're born without the main muscle in your chest. So you have had some procedures to try to correct that, right?
I actually went down to Mexico, but what was put in there wasn't even a full implant. They just stuffed a bunch of random silicone inside of my chest.
Blocks of silicone.
Correct.
So what happened after that?
The next morning, the pain that I felt in my chest, it was horrific, it was crazy. So that's why we immediately went to the doctors in the States.
What that means is probably a dirty implant was put in if it happened within 24 hours.
It makes me really angry that a doctor would just put whatever he can get his hands on inside of my chest. But I mean, I did go to Mexico for that, so it's definitely my fault because I put myself in that situation. I saw another doctor for my rotator cuff, I'm gonna say a year after that, and then I had told him the story, and he said, just get your body developed and get it to a certain size and come see me, and then we can actually put a Peck implant.
Okay, that's kind of not probably the best advice.
Not the greatest advice. So you started getting heavily into fitness after that?
Yeah.
You weren't this muscular at that time, right?
At that time I wasn't.
The problem with that is that Albert already has a lot of scar tissue and problems with the left side. So now, having a big right chest, there's probably no way you're gonna get a big implant in that left side. Was this all done naturally, or did you have any help?
For the most part, naturally.
Good, so no anabolic steroids?
No anabolic steroids.
Yeah. Absolutely none, not even one cycle dose?
Pill form, yes, because I've taken this stuff called
Anavar.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
wait a minute, so you
Anavar
have-
is, by the way, just so you know, and you know better than I do, Anavar is a what?
It's a steroid.
Thank you. To a bodybuilder, oral steroids are not that strong, so they don't count as steroids. The truth is, steroids are dangerous unless you're doing them under the supervision of a doctor. Look at this muscular development, it's good, man. You appear to have a little bit of gynecomastia,
Right.
which is overdevelopment of male breast tissue from the steroids, okay? The major component of your asymmetry is not based on the lack of muscle between the two sides, but based on the overdevelopment of the breast tissue. I mean, if you think about it, Albert's done the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. He had a minimal symmetry problem, so what does he do? He overdevelops the chest muscle on his right and the breast tissue overlying that. The plan would be to tackle this in 2 stages. First, we'll reduce the right side and figure out what we're trying to match, and then we'll put the Peck implant on the left side once we know what the right side looks like, all right?
Okay. Hopefully getting my surgery done the second time around, it actually comes out the way it was supposed to come out. I'm a little bit older, smarter, and I'm not in Mexico this time, so it should go good.
And if you can design a personal training program for him, I'd really appreciate it.
I'll get on it.
Seriously. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, you ready for this?
Yes. Getting this surgery again, I was a little nervous at first, but I'm actually really excited to get it done. I feel way more confident that it's gonna actually go the right way, go the way I want it to go.
I mean, it's weird for a guy who's a bodybuilder to never be able to take his shirt off.
Yeah.
That's weird, right? To give Albert a symmetrical chest, I will perform 2 surgical procedures. Today, I will make a small incision under the right areola in order to do liposuction, removing any excess fat. After the swelling comes down in a few weeks, we'll create a customized left pec major implant that matches his newly sculpted right chest. Albert, I'm seeing you for a little while.
I know, it has been a while.
Yeah?
I'm all fully healed up and ready to rock.
Okay. Can I take a look, see where we're at?
This experience has been way different from my last surgery. I'm not in Mexico, so I really feel like I'm at home and around people who actually care.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna bring in a consultant who really knows a ton about body implants. I will just warn you, he's a little different. Here he is.
Hi! Hey, hi, Albert.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
This is Justin, you guys.
It's me. I'm back.
He really is one of the foremost expert on implants of all varieties.
Pioneer of body implants.
He really is.
True.
You may be thinking I'm crazy for bringing Justin in, but the truth is there's no one in the world who spent more time thinking about and creating safe and realistic looking implants. The goal here, obviously, is
even
to match the right side with the left. What I need you for is to help me figure out what kind of implant to put in
Well,
here.
maybe we can mark him up.
Let's do it.
It's like tailoring, right? I sort of look like plastic surgeons, like glorified tailors.
Right, I'm Mr. Taylor. Huh?
Hopefully, I'm a glorified assistant to the glorified tailors. I mean, I personally handcrafted 17 implants in my body, and to my knowledge, there's nobody else in the world who's done that. I mean, but this is where the peak of his fullness is right through here, right?
Right.
So we're gonna do the same thing here and up here.
Yeah. Let's measure, write down the numbers, okay? I'll write down the numbers.
Okay.
It's important to note that I'm only consulting with Justin today. At the end of the day, only a very trained, board-certified plastic surgeon, myself, will be performing the procedure, and I would never compromise the care of a patient. By the way, do you want to see what this guy's got cooking underneath there? It's pretty amazing.
All right, twist my arm. I'll take off my shirt.
So look, he's got Peck implants here.
Pecs that
These
were
are not
custom.
his muscles. Biceps.
Biceps, also custom made. And this is the tri, 3-piece shoulders. And then I just did my back.
The back looks
Dun, dun.
good. It looks real.
I could just stare at you all day.
For the most part, everything does look real, and he's actually really shredded. And I just feel very confident having Justin in that room with Dr. Dubrow. So I think two minds work better than one.
So we're gonna try to form this on here.
Yeah.
It just like, it has to be a custom, and then you still probably have to custom it in the operating room.
Yeah. You're out of breath. This is the most exercise you've done in years. He may look muscular, but he doesn't like to exercise.
No, I don't
Try to get him exercise.
No gym for the last 6 years for me.
Oh my, that's crazy.
I applaud your commitment, but mine's in another realm.
Justin and I are making a mold to fill in what's missing in Albert's left chest. Once it dries, we'll send it to the implant company to allow them to make an exact 3D implant that will match the right side perfectly. Honestly, he is my best shot at giving you symmetry and the best result, because you look what he's done on himself. The guy is the implant whisperer. You're the man. Thank you. Oh, my back. Albert.
How's it going?
Hold on a second. Does he look a little bit like a superhero right now?
Kind of.
Today is the day of my second surgery with Dr. Dubrow. I feel very excited.
So what we've done is we have specially designed an implant that will hopefully match this. This isn't the actual implant. The implant's in the operating room, sterile and ready to go.
Okay.
But this is exactly what it looks like.
The outcome of this surgery is actually going to open up a ton of doors for me. I feel like I'm finally going to be able to be stepping on stage and have the spotlight on me, and I'm just really excited. Today's day one, getting back into shape to step on stage and take that first place in bodybuilding. Since I've started lifting weights, I fell in love right away with it. I never had that 100% confidence like I wanted to, because it always felt a little uncomfortable for me not having my left side of my pecs, and now I feel like I can appreciate my body a lot more. So I couldn't be happier with what they've done for me.
Albert's invited me to meet him at the gym. I'm literally allergic to the gym. I try to stay away from that place as long as I can. Albert!
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Same here. How you doing? Oh, great. Thanks for coming, man. I have invited Justin here today because he helped Dr. Dubrow customize my Peck implant, so I wanted him to see his work, and I definitely wanted to thank him in person today.
Wow, you look amazing.
Yeah, it came out exactly how I wanted it.
Albert's chest looks amazing. All of that thought and that time that I put in, really wanting the best for him, it came to fruition. Everything really came out so amazing. Do you mind?
Oh,
Can I touch? That's so cool.
It's actually half an inch thicker, and so it's bigger than my right side.
Right, because you wanted to be able to compensate a little bit for when you built up your body a little more. I mean, are you happy with the way that it looks?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
good.
amazing to see the difference from what we had before.
No, I know, it's crazy. Before surgery, the left side of my chest had absolutely nothing. Now both sides pack that punch that I've always wanted to have. I'm used to being in the gym 6 to 7 days a week.
7 days a week in the gym?
Yeah. But I mean, look at you.
I haven't been to the gym in like 6 years now.
We need to get you doing some pull-ups today.
Pull-ups? We could try it.
I think
you might have to pick me up.
I think you can knock out like 5.
All right, let's see. I don't think I can do pull-ups.
I think you can.
I think all my implants might slide out from under my armpits, actually.
Justin had told me that it's had been over 6 years since he's been in a gym. So as a fitness manager, what better way to thank him would be by showing him the way of health and fitness.
This is too high already. Do I need like a step stool? I think that's about it.
No, I tried to get it.
I can't get up there.
It's crazy. Justin is super ripped, and just because he looks good and healthy doesn't mean he actually is healthy.
I just have the illusion of strength, not real strength.
Almost.
I don't know that I've done another pull-up in my life, so that wasn't really fair, but I tried it, and I could even do one. I'm so excited for
Yeah,
you
no,
that
thank
like
you so
can
much.
be able to move forward and like compete like you wanted to now. And
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe by the end of the year, that should give me enough time. And I'm still determined to reach my ultimate goal. And without Justin and Dr. Dubrow, I wouldn't be here today. I can't thank him enough for this.
But your case was such a cool case. It was so different. I mean, the fact that you are a bodybuilder, so everything else was so accentuated.
Thank you
It was
so
a blessing
much.
for me too, so I appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna take my physique to that level that I've been talking about and step on stage and take that crown. Overall, I'm a 12 out of 10.
It looks really awesome.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I want to pat myself in the back of it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.